TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall, Kansas City, Kansas. We are underway. Strawweight championship on the line. Murata in the orange, Ducote in the purple. Murata did not wait long in her Invicta FC debut, dragging the fight to the floor. She said that she was interested in showing off her kickboxing skills. We'll see if that is the case here early.
And I'm actually excited to see that. But of course, I'm very excited to see, her wrestling, which is just like such a pedigree in wrestling, national champion, and the speed with which she's able to execute takedowns and take other fighters' backs is just incredible. And this is where Ducote has to be very measured. She has to find her shots. Just against Janessa Moran, she had a pace. She's a pace setter. She moves. There's a lot of frenetic energy. And Ducote stayed very calm there and found her shots. That's exactly the mentality she needs to have here as well. Keep things on her feet and find that hard shot, find that combo.
Murata said she likes to challenge people at what they are best at and to play their game, obviously coming from a wrestling base, but she likes to one-up people at what their game really is. And now she feints that takedown. Now commits to it a bit more. In the clinch here, Ducote staying upright for the time being. Double underhooks here for Murata.
You can see Murata will chain one technique or one fake to another. I like those trip attempts. Oh, just kind of slides down that lateral. She's tied up now on the back. She's got a figure four on the legs, and this is where Ducote has to really fight those hands, make sure she gets her back free, and she gets to a position where she can have a strong base to turn and hit again.
You talk about the wrestling pedigree of Kanako Murata. Just as impressive is her ability to take the back. It's one thing to wrestle and drag people to the floor. It's another thing to advance positionally. And Murata was on the back for a brief moment, but Ducote able to hit back into her. Now, quick attempt again at the back, and Ducote able to stifle the progression there. Now back in space.
And very nice defense there from Ducote. What was interesting about Murata's positioning is that she was controlling the wrists, TJ. She was trying to kind of keep control of Ducote's hands because she knew Ducote's hands would, in certain positions, are going to give her a lot of trouble. And also, she's got some pretty vicious elbows, Ducote.
Now in on that takedown is Murata. Able to get it full guard here. We'll see what Ducote has off of her back.
You can see Ducote wrapping up that arm, keeping that overhook as Murata pushes her to the cage. Trying to keep kind of that smothering wrestling pressure.
Armbar upcoming here for Emily Ducote. That is in.
That was really well done, TJ.
Murata biding her time. Ducote bails on it.
Yeah, she transitioned right over, not even going to the triangle there, just right back to full guard. Murata's trying for some elbows over the top while Ducote tries to wrap up those hands and kind of keep control of the wrist. Tonight's been a real wrist game in terms of control.
And while that submission wasn't locked up entirely, you know that's going to be in the back of the mind of Kanako Murata. She can't get too comfortable inside the guard of Emily Ducote.
Absolutely.
90 seconds left here in round number one.
And you can see how Ducote was able to get that angle. She uses the cage to help switch her hips over and then climb that other leg underneath so that it's in a parallel, or excuse me, a perpendicular position to Murata on top. That will level things out and either set her up for that submission or for sweeps. Murata's reading that, but she is offering a little bit of space there with her hips. She's offering kind of for that submission to take place.
Ducote able to get that scramble. Now back at the feet, clinch up against the fence. Trying to go for a throw. Is Murata able to drag her to the floor?
You can see when Ducote shifted her hips back to avoid getting tossed, Murata turned into her a little bit, turned her knee in and was able to just kind of almost sit on it. Nicely done. Tries to wrap up a triangle, goes again for that armbar, Ducote.
Chaining submissions is Oklahoma's Emily Ducote. Murata definitely has to respect it. Less than 20 seconds left in this opening round.
Murata staying patient herself. keeping her hips forward, keeping pressure so that Ducote can't lock it completely on. Ducote's switching kind of from that triangle, armbar to triangle positioning right there.
Round 2 underway.
And again, starting with that frenetic energy, starting with that big pace, a lot of fakes, a lot of level changes from Murata.
Murata trained at CSA for this camp here in the States. She said that the camp has a reputation for making wrestlers really good strikers, and she wanted to capitalize on that.
Let that body kick go.
You saw the hands of Ducote on display in that initial debut where she knocked out Janessa Maringi. You talk about that composure. She really bided her time and made the most of the opportunity and didn't get too aggressive when it came either.
Yeah, and that's a really smart thing. That's a really hard thing to train with people. Whoa, nice little, I don't know if that was a trip or a drop there. But yeah, to see that shot, she has very good vision when it comes to getting the hard shot. And she doesn't waste energy.
High kick by Murata.
Oof, nicely done. Murata threw, or excuse me, Ducote threw that kick and Murata followed it through, but Murata was unable to get her all the way to the floor, and now they're up against the cage for this fight. More of these kind of, oh, nicely done, Ducote.
That was a big statement there by Emily Ducote to stay on her feet and just push Murata away. Again, we mentioned Murata's wrestling pedigree, a national champion in Japan. She's parlayed that into a very difficult offensive attack in mixed martial arts.
And she has to keep that up, TJ. She has to keep Ducote guessing, because Ducote's ability to see the shots is, again, one of her strengths. Her ability to defend against the takedowns there is very impressive as well.
Solid kick finds a home for Ducote. Right hand to the body. Superman punch there by Murata.
Murata kind of got winged in the neck a little bit there and then hit with the right again.
Past the halfway point of round number 2.
Touch, 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 Kanako.
Another kick finds a home to the lead leg of Murata. Uppercut, combination there for Murata.
You know, she's really trying to stay on her toes. She's trying to stay bouncing and find those shots, but she's really not getting that clear entry yet into those takedowns again. I think she wants Ducote to commit to something so she can get underneath it for the double leg.
Nice takedown there for Murata.
She is able to get the double leg right there. You can see a lot of swelling on the head of Ducote, on her forehead and a little bit on her cheek as well. Now from here, you know, she's again moving to get herself into a position where she can use the cage, grabbing the cage, using the cage to get to her feet or get to where she can set up a submission. She's got very nice hips, as we saw in the first round.
Murata stacking in the guard here. Tries to come over the top with an elbow, but Ducote trying to get that armbar position once again.
And that is the danger of stacking, of, you know, having your head down and your butt up kind of in that position. You are giving up an ability, or you're giving your opponent the ability to move their hips quickly. Nice shot.
Nice left hand there by Murata. Another left hand grazes the chin, back into the guard.
You can see Ducote trying to set up that triangle now, keeping control of the wrist and that high guard, and again, switching her hips over. Ducote is over the head for that armbar.
Murata defending. Looked like the elbow was about to clear. Ducote may have got the position back in, but now goes by the wayside. Kanako Murata landing some left hand, strawweight title on the line, 10 seconds left in round number 2 of our main event.
You know, and it's a risky thing when your arm is trapped to kind of posture up and try to hit with the other one, but she has so far not been subbed by those arm bars, been put into those positions but not subbed. So perhaps one of the things she said in the past is the reason she likes to choke girls instead of trying arm bar submissions or leg locks on them is because girls are really flexible. We're going into the third round right now, going into championship rounds. You got to think she's going to draw on that wrestling kind of composure, but Ducote's been in 5-round fights.
Ducote talked about this fight taking place in really all areas. She knew that she had a game plan and wanted to follow as such, but she also knew that she was going to have to really be successful in every area, even when she was fighting Murata's style of fight, and so far so good. I mean, both athletes have really been testing each other's well-rounded game.
They have. It's, I mean, each one has an answer for what the other one throws. Very tactical fight.
Which is a testament to, I think, both of these ladies fighting for an Invicta FC title in just their second promotional appearance. This was scheduled to be our co-main event, elevated to the main event. Big opportunity, strawweight title on the line. High kick by Ducote.
You can see a lot of fakes and feints going on there. You know, again, Murata's looking for those openings, looking for those strikes, and Ducote's staying very patient, trying to rattle off kind of the one shot at a time.
A lot of respect here in round number 3. Different pace of the action than we saw in the first 2 rounds.
Different pace, but really interesting adjustments in footwork, TJ. Watching the way Ducote's kind of outstepping Murata's front foot and driving her backwards. She's trying to establish her control of the center, and she has established her control of the center of the ring, or cage, as it is. But, you know, Murata, again, looking for those openings and not really committing to any of those punches. But again, trying not to make her head too much of a target, staying on a bounce.
Ducote marching forward, right hand finds a home, followed up by a left.
And I'm liking that. I think the cross to the hook is going to work extremely well for Ducote as a combo, especially later on.
Seems like Murata is much more content to counter in this 3rd round and let Ducote kind of dictate the action on the feet a little bit.
She is, and I wonder if it's the trademark of somebody who has such explosive wrestling. You know, just kind of allowing things to unfold and then finding that opening and really jumping in on it.
Sees the opportunity, tries to get the takedown. Ducote shutting it down. Has a nice knee to the body.
Ducote's physicality and her takedown defense is really impressive, TJ.
Well, Ducote isn't a national wrestling champion. She did wrestle in high school, and there's a bit of an equalizer at times in mixed martial arts when it comes to grappling. And, you know, your credentials on paper of pure wrestling, it does get evened out a little bit when punches and kicks are involved.
Oh, it certainly does. I think striking is, you know, the factor that that really, I mean, that's what changes how you can wrestle, how you can do jiu-jitsu, is where you're going to get hit. You're not going to be rolling for that many leg locks if you're giving up top position and getting elbowed in the face. Of course, neither one of them has done that yet, but just for an example.
We still got some time.
Yeah.
90 seconds left in round number 3. Been a round where Ducote has been in the center of the octagon primarily. Murata coming forward again, feigning a takedown, going for it, but Ducote.
Oh, goodness.
Beautifully done there, but Ducote's still not down.
She just switches her hips and gets right back up. You know what I liked earlier in some of these exchanges? Murata threw an elbow hard after the takedown attempt. I really do think her power shots are going to land after those takedown attempts when Ducote's trying to kind of find her counter, but she's concentrating on her hips, not her hands.
That takedown defense, got to grow the confidence of Emily Ducote as this fight progresses. Less than a minute remaining in round number 3. Combination of punches by Ducote. Single leg attempts here by Murata. Nicely done.
And as soon as she gets through the ground, Ducote moves her hips, wraps up that guard, and keeps her from, you know, getting too aggressive in terms of positional dominance.
Damage.
Trying for some elbows is Murata, but see Ducote again trying to cut that angle, trying to attack the right arm of Kanako.
You know, and I think it's a, you know, it's a good strategy because of Murata keeps her weight kind of spread out so much, looking to move and pass the guard, but also with that underhook, it does give up the ability to, or it gives Ducote the ability to wrap up for an armbar.
3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. 4th round underway, strawweight title fight, Kanako Murata and Emily Ducote.
Nicely done.
Ducote able to get that leg free.
She was, you know, you just have to completely, fully commit to that secondary takedown, I think, with her, but I do really like the way Murata set that up with a strike.
We saw this pace a bit in the 3rd round where Ducote was sort of the aggressor standing in the center of the octagon. Murata was content to play the perimeter and sort of wait for her opportunity. Throws a kick there.
Yeah, I don't know that waiting does actually pay as many dividends in fights. I mean, she does get those takedowns, but she's getting hit. And of course, so is Ducote. You can see the visible damage on her face, but it's, I don't know, it's, when things are this tactical, nice flurry there from Ducote. When things are this tactical, you really have to take advantage. I'd like to see Murata try for some more back takes again.
Like you said, you never really know what the judges are scoring either. While she does get the takedown, Ducote is very active off of her back, trying to get those arm bars, and you never really want to leave anything left on the table in a championship fight.
You don't, and Ducote is also doing, I think, on her feet more damage in terms of, or racking up maybe more points. We're seeing a lot more strikes land from her than with Murata.
Kanako talked about trying to showcase her kickboxing, but at one point or another, we'll see if she tries to go into that full, you know, wrestling mode and try to, as you said, take the back and try to progress position on the floor. That's what she's known for. She's made a career out of it.
Nice
It's a
high
head kick there, though, by Ducote. Over the top with a left hand from Murata. Didn't find a home.
Didn't find a home, but there was a lot of power in that. I think she's really going to start loading up those strikes more. And yeah, look for damaging shots on her feet. Again, I'd love to see that. Yeah, that hard left hand leading into that takedown.
Didn't really set that takedown up, and Ducote was wise to it.
And I like the way she kept her, oh, beautiful kick.
Landed with the foot.
And when Ducote's getting her hips out, she's also framing with her elbows. Nicely done.
A couple of punches, really finding a home. Another right hand for Ducote. Murata still marching. Light on her feet, eats a kick to the body. And on a takedown, Ducote has been successful defensively various times tonight.
Ooh, beautiful.
That is high-level wrestling there by Kanako Murata, but a scramble. Able to secure the position, but we see Ducote trying to bring that guard high. Murata gets that takedown, but again, not out of danger.
Not out of danger at all. In fact, you know, that was actually really high level, really gorgeous takedown. And then Ducote's ability to kind of isolate, like she does with striking, isolate a limb and hold on to it and reestablish a position is really a great way to counter that, a great way to shut it down.
Touch over a minute here remaining in round number 4, and this is where you wonder what the judges score. If Kanako is able to stay in this position for the rest of the round, is that enough to win the round? Ducote has had some success on the feet, and also, again, we see her trying to you know, bring that guard high and be offensive-minded off her back.
Yeah, she's wrapping up that high guard. Nice little elbow to the inside, answered by an elbow from Murata. But again, armbar attempt, locked on, pretty strong there. Murata's keeping her hands
work, belly down
like
goes Ducote. Murata able to step over, nicely done. But again, Ducote right on the attack.
Murata's you know, her defense is very, very good. Her submission defense is very good, but Ducote stays on these things. Again, an armbar attack.
Murata very confident in these positions.
Oof, big up kicks, TJ. Oh.
Cartwheel guard pass attempted there by Murata, but Ducote was able to grab the heel and trip her up and induce a scramble, get back to almost her feet, now trying to get on the back of Kanako Murata.
So much fun.
Fifth and final round, Emily Ducote, Kanako Murata, our main event for the Strawweight Championship. We'll see if Murata turns up the tempo with the takedowns here. Really have no idea of where this fight is at on the judges' scorecards.
And I think Murata has some serious power in those strikes, TJ. She's not just really chaining them together maybe enough like she chains her takedowns. Ducote, on the other hand, you know, we know that she hits super, super hard, and her one-shot attacks are very accurately placed.
Superman punch attempted again by Murata. Kick to the body, attempted to be caught there by Murata, but Ducote able to get free. Got to believe that both athletes are very urgent here to sort of solidify this round for themselves.
You can see Murata's breathing out of her mouth. Her mouth is quite open now. And she's taking her breaths. That can be a dangerous thing to do against a knockout artist. Ducote's still staying fairly composed. She's breathing pretty heavily too, but keeping her focus on a nice inside kick.
We've seen Ducote go 25 minutes in the past, so this is not completely foreign to her. Now Murata in on a single leg. Sprawl for the time being is Ducote. Nicely done.
And Murata, that was really nice with the single leg to the double leg. Ducote got out of it, and Murata ate a pretty hard right hand in that.
We talk about adjustments. Ducote has made some really great adjustments when it comes to wrestling defensively. In the first round, she was taken down, had her back taken a bit, at least was allowing Murata to play more of her game, but Ducote has largely shut that down a lot. I mean, Murata's gotten takedowns, but
big right hand.
Hard right hand.
She shut it down. She's not tried for many of her own takedown attempts. Another big right hand.
Murata may be in a bit of trouble. Looks to be a little bit wobbly on her feet. Ducote showing that composure, not getting too aggressive, not opening up a takedown, trying to follow up.
Yeah, she's so measured, TJ. Nice shot in there from Murata.
Grabs the leg there of Ducote, trying to wrestle her to the floor. She does.
And that's the thing, is you can't get complacent at any time when it comes to Murata's takedowns. She will, I mean, she'll just go for them over and over and over again.
Murata has that wrestling mentality. It's a sport of grinders, and she's been able to grind through some precarious situations. Now again, closed guard for Emily Ducote.
And you can see Murata trying to control the hands, control the biceps, again, stacking in a position that gives up that armbar, but Ducote reached under her leg with that arm, trying to set up that sweep, and Murata is able to ride it out.
Hard to get someone like Kanako Murata off balance with her wrestling pedigree. High guard here for Emily Ducote. Stacking again, going back to her knees. It's Murata. Active off her back with these strikes is Emily Ducote.
She is, and she's also pushing on the head before she sets them up. Oh,
belly
again.
down. She's in business with this armbar. Kanako Murata trying to will her way through it.
And, I mean, she doesn't appear to be close to tapping. It spins around. Man, it's still extended, though, TJ, to somewhat. At least she's keeping control of that arm. Oh, I like the way it's turned in a little bit. Ducote looking for that secondary triangle.
Wow, Kanako Murata survives a serious armbar attempt. It'll be interesting to hear what she says. If any of these were close, because Emily Ducote has put her in this armbar multiple times.
She really has, and I think what's kind of impressive about all of that is she, the secondary stuff that she's going for, but Murata's almost letting the leg lock attempt happen right here. She's trying to find control. I think she's just really trying to find a hard top position. She's landing in the guard, but she's not landing super powerful shots to shut down Ducote. Now, Ducote can get that heel hook if she wants it. Murata sits back for her own leg lock attempt.
Nicely done by Emily Ducote. Back to her feet. 15 seconds left in this championship fight.
Wow. Big power there from Murata. And Ducote shuts down that takedown attempt again, sprawled out on top.
25 minutes in the books between Kanako Murata and Emily Ducote. The judges will decide who the new strawweight champion is.
Ladies and gentlemen, having this championship fight going the distance, the scores are as follows. Judge Kevin Champion scores the fight 48-47 in the red corner. Judge Greg DeVilbiss scores the matchup 48-47 for the blue corner. Judge Stephen Graham scores the fight 49-46. Your winner by split decision and new strawweight champion from the red corner, Kanako Murata.
Kanako Murata gets it done. A split decision. Mincer, the new Invicta FC strawweight champion.